You get paid on Friday. For a few hours, maybe even a full day. Life feels stable. You open your banking app and see money sitting there. Maybe $4,000, maybe $7,000, maybe more. Your brain relaxes instantly. Then reality starts eating it alive. Rent hits. Car payment hits. Subscriptions hit. Food delivery. Gas. Coffee. Impulse purchases. One small Amazon order. One night out. One unexpected expense.
Then, suddenly, it's the 18th of the month, and you're checking your account balance with low-level panic. And here's the disturbing part. This cycle happens to people making $40,000 a year and people making $200,000 a year, because income alone does not create financial stability. Structure does. My name is Jack, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people stay financially trapped even after they start earning more money. If you're someone who feels like money disappears faster than you can control it, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, because today I'm going to explain one of the simplest financial systems that completely changes how people manage money. 3 accounts. That's it. Not complicated budgeting apps, not spreadsheets with 48 categories, not extreme frugality. 3 separate accounts with 3 completely different jobs.
And here's what most people don't realize. The reason most people fail financially is not lack of intelligence, it's behavioral confusion. When all money sits together, your brain loses context. If your checking account says $8,000, your brain emotionally processes that as available money. But maybe $4,500 belongs to bills. Maybe $1,500 should go toward investments. Maybe $1,000 should stay untouched for emergencies. Meaning maybe only $1,000 is truly safe to spend. But psychologically, you feel rich. That false sense of security creates terrible financial decisions. Behavioral economists call this mental accounting. Humans naturally assign emotional meaning to money depending on where it sits, and wealthy people use this intentionally. Poor people accidentally destroy themselves with it. So let's break down the 3 account system. The first account is the survival account. This is the foundation of your entire financial life. This account exists for one purpose only: keeping your life operational. Nothing else. Rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries.
Transportation, insurance, phone bill, internet, minimum debt payments, basic medical expenses. Everything required for survival goes here. Nothing fun touches this account. No vacations, no shopping, no entertainment, no impulse spending. This account is your financial oxygen supply. And here's the thing. Most people have absolutely no idea what their true survival number is. That's dangerous. If I ask 10 people how much money they absolutely need monthly just to survive, most would guess emotionally instead of calculating accurately. That means they're operating financially blind. So let's calculate a realistic example. Rent, $2,000. Utilities, $300. Groceries, $600. Insurance, $450. Transportation, $400. Phone and internet, $180. Minimum debt payments, $700.
Basic medical expenses, $200. Total survival number, $4,830 monthly. Now something important happens. Once this number becomes clear, uncertainty decreases. And uncertainty is expensive psychologically. Financial uncertainty creates anxiety. Anxiety creates impulsive thinking. Impulsive thinking creates bad decisions. Now imagine payday arrives. Immediately, $4,830 gets transferred automatically into the survival account. Now, survival is protected. This matters more than people realize, because once survival money is isolated, your brain stops treating it like spending money.
That separation changes behavior dramatically. And here's what most people don't realize. People with unstable survival systems constantly make emotional financial decisions because their nervous system feels unsafe. Research from Princeton showed that financial stress significantly reduces cognitive performance, meaning financial chaos literally lowers decision-making quality. A person constantly worried about bills thinks differently than a person with protected essentials. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistake people make with survival accounts.
Lifestyle contamination. This destroys people. They start pulling survival money for entertainment. Maybe they borrow from rent money temporarily. Maybe they dip into utility money for shopping. Maybe they use bill money for vacations. This creates financial instability loops. One bad month becomes two. Then debt appears. Then interest appears. Then stress multiplies. That's why the survival account must become psychologically untouchable. Not emotionally negotiable, mechanically protected. Now, let's move to the second account, the lifestyle account. This is where most people either destroy themselves or finally gain control. This account exists for enjoyable spending. Restaurants, entertainment, travel, shopping.
The second account is the lifestyle account. This account exists to control emotional spending and prevent lifestyle inflation from destroying your financial future. Most people don't realize how much money disappears on non-essential spending. Restaurants, subscriptions, food delivery, shopping, entertainment, vacations, gadgets, and impulse purchases. The problem is that lifestyle spending expands automatically when income increases. People earn more, then immediately upgrade their lifestyle instead of building wealth. Better car, more expensive apartment, luxury subscriptions, constant online shopping. And suddenly, they still feel broke despite earning more money. That's why this account matters. It creates boundaries. You decide in advance how much money goes toward enjoyment and non-essential spending every month. Once the account reaches zero, spending stops. This removes chaos and emotional decision-making. The lifestyle account gives you controlled freedom. You can still enjoy life, but without destroying your future finances or mixing entertainment money with survival and investment money.
The third account is the wealth account. This is the most important account for your long-term future because its only purpose is building assets and financial freedom. Most people never become wealthy because they spend first and invest whatever's left over. Usually nothing is left. The wealth account changes that by making wealth building automatic. This account is used for investments, emergency savings, index funds, retirement contributions, business investments, and other income-producing assets. The goal is simple: make money grow instead of constantly disappear. Here's what most people don't realize. Income alone does not create wealth. Ownership creates wealth. Assets continue growing even when you are not working. That is how financially free people think. This account also protects you during emergencies. Without savings, every crisis becomes debt. With savings and investments, you gain stability, options, and long-term security. The wealth account turns part of your income into future freedom instead of temporary consumption.
In the end, the goal is simple. The first account protects your survival. The second controls your lifestyle. The third builds your future wealth. Most people stay broke not because they earn too little, but because their money has no structure. When every dollar has a purpose, financial stress decreases and control increases. Stop mixing survival, entertainment, and investment money together. Build a system. Because financial freedom is not built through motivation. It's built through structure and consistency.